So welcome back everyone for another round of Scrap Mechanic. With the problems I've run into recently in terms of the item transport options I wanted and just the flotation of my boat, I'm taking a break. I want to work on something I know will work right now in the game, and that is improving upon my work vehicle design. Basically because, for one, like this, it's kind of hard to maneuver up into trees, especially on hillsides, and also bad for getting the rocks and breaking them. So I want to be able to make this a little bit more maneuverable, but I still want to have the Refinebot aspect of it. Also, it's kind of hard to target the trees with it and break them up appropriately, so I actually want to build it where I have this same mechanic on board, but I'm thinking just putting it like this, it would be a little top heavy. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to go with some kind of lay flat, pop the tree pieces in, and use a piston to push them forward. So basically, I need to cut this piece off and build something new that incorporates this part and that part. And of course, this is something that is not an even spacing, but an odd spacing. Even number here, odd number here. There's so many things that's just completely imbalanced on how you build. If you build around even number spacing, your seats, driver seats won't fit right. And if you build around a central odd number block, being the middle bane for everything, the middle brace, then other things won't fit, like your gas tanks. And see, again, there is the centerpiece. Apparently, this doesn't line up centered around that. Apparently, that is offsetting it. So, I kind of want to build for that piece, which means I really need to add another row over here. And that means this has got to come back out. So, I know it doesn't normally cause a problem like hitting other blocks. At least it hasn't so far. But I'm a little worried about it being like too close right here. And I'm starting to think I might have to move these this way a little bit. Like, I mean, move it like right there just so it's a little closer along the side of this part. Because when I have the saw blades going across like that, I don't think they need to go all the way across. But you know what? I did that before. I've got plenty of them. So I'm just going to do that again, just to make sure that there's not a problem. Oh, it's not spinning. Why is it not spinning? Try it a little higher. Maybe it's... Nope. So it's not hitting anything that's causing it not to spin. Still nothing. Seriously, what am I missing now? It works perfectly, or it worked perfectly fine there, and it works on the air vehicle. Why is it not wanting to spin here? Oh! Duh, I know what the problem is. It's on the lift. When it's on the lift, none of this stuff works. Which is silly. You can't actually properly test stuff if you have it on the lift. That's just... I don't get that part. I mean, this stuff should run while it's on the lift. Alright, it's spinning. Or kick it up a bit. That might be a little too much. Takes a moment for it to get going, but it seems okay at this point. So there's that. And that's the height level there. So yeah, I just need to basically figure out the height for the tree. I mean, how long it can be to fit in. Which I know I could do about that high. Whatever that is. And I just need to basically make it where I have a piston, which I'll have plenty from that. Have a piston that pushes from the back forwards. So it goes in. And that should be pretty much all I need. Tree, you're coming with me. So even with all the stuff that was below, all of the blades taken out, that is too long at this point. So, all right, at least I know that. So I'm going to chop one piece off. Oh, yeah. So that is one piece too long. Because that would have interfered with the blades, but taking this piece out be perfect. So that what I have on there right now is the exact length that needs to be, and it's time to go harvest some more food crops. So I've counted, it's 25 blocks from starting with this one to 1 block past where I wanted it to be. So 25 blocks depth is what I need from wherever I want that starting point to be. So let's just say I want it to be that 1 extra block there, like that, going across. So this means 25 blocks on this part. Actually 24, because that's number 1 there. That'll give me the gap. So 24 blocks from here. I'm just going to take that out. That way I can move it forward, because I want this shorter. So yeah, I could do that right there anyway. So we'll have that as the starting point, and that will leave that gap right there, which should still be fine. And I just have a nice even amount. I could do some of that little wire mesh or something around it, maybe, to improve upon the look. I think actually I want to go a little taller with this too. Ooh, now I'm thinking, here's a problem. If I put them on a block, I disconnect the block, which I will need a spacer block to attach them to. That still gives me room. So this is still fine. I put it like right there, and I have that block that I mount it to. That's mounted. It's still right up to the edge. The problem is I need a way. I'm going to have to take it off of the block. When I do that, it drops. I'm sure it probably will still interact with the blades, but it's a question of, do I need to actually have some way to raise it up, like a little trench to funnel them into the middle? That could be useful, as having, well, wedged blocks would be really useful, especially being able to make wedged blocks. Now I'm starting to think I should lower the blades and have them kind of stick through the base, like have no bottom there. Just let the blades stick through the underside a little bit, so that it's more direct onto the blades. Might help a little bit with the actual interaction with the blades. Yeah, so the blades stick down just a little bit. Not a lot, just a tiny amount. And, you know, I'm actually going to go ahead and, let's just say, even if I have a piston piece back here, I don't need wheels all the way out at the end. So I can just do like this. One more test. No grindy of the blocks. Okay, good. So now I just have piston push into here. It really doesn't even have to be all that tall in the end. I'm not sure how that managed to get placed. But it doesn't have to be that tall. I really just need it to be a factor of, it's got 2 sides, a little trough for it to push through, and that's it. You know what? I need that piston. So I am committed to making this whole endeavor work. So I guess I'm just going to break all this down. All right, let's test this out. Pushes. Level 5. How far does that need to go? That's at maximum. 15 is still not far enough. Okay. So, yeah, okay. We need another piston in there, which means this needs to come back another set of blocks. All right, let's see if this is going to work. Apparently it's going to fit like that. Now the question is, yes, it pushes. Look at that. Oh, yeah, so it could go all the way up there. And there goes that. Okay. Kind of feel like I want to move. Yeah, I'm going to move this for a moment. And then I'll have this all set up later to test with, where the engine, everything will be put in the right spot. What? That, there. Okay. So, first test run. See if this is actually working well enough. It should work. I mean, gravity works for it. Why not a piston? So put that there. Drop that. We're going to turn that on. And that. And get out of the way. Crank this thing up. Okay. So I just gotta give it time for it to really spin up. Oh no, it didn't. Oh, it's that little spot there in the middle. Pushy push. Oh, it worked. And it like basically shattered a piece of it off. Oh, and out of fuel. Of course it is. There we go. Fixed. Got that going. It's already broken it. There we go. That's. Oh, yep. There we go. Also need that piece. I'm going to have size to it as well. If I just do like this, that should work the same. I'm just going to have to nudge. Yeah, when this is done, I'm going to have it all prepared. A little bit better than what I just did there, but I should be able to place. Is that too high? Is that too? No, it's too long. Okay. Smack the end a bit. And I'll just have to go and be like, oh yeah, they're placed it. And let the Refinebot do its work from there. So it still saves some time. But, you know, what? Really? Still too long. So yeah, we got that. Take that out. I can still put that back. And now let's test. Nice and loud spinning. Burr, burr, burr. And stuck. Really? Okay. Problem. It's hitting over there. So I'm going to have to put another blade on this. We'll try from this side now that I have another blade in there. So turn it on. Pushy, pushy. Oh, come on. That's... Alright, just kick it up even more. Yeah, I need some kind of, like, funneling system. Because I don't think I'm going to be doing 2 or 3 trees at a time. Like, 8 times the charm, right? I was pushing right on it, and I can see it is hitting that guide. And it's still not quite getting it. It did this with the other design, too, at times. It just sit there like, I can't hit this the right way, and just be a problem. All right, for the 4th time after having to replace this piston, I'm setting it to 7, and it finally stays at 7. That one, placed it at 15, went back to 2. Then I placed it at 15 again, it worked. This one, placed at 7, went to 2. Placed at 7, went to 4. Placed at 7, went to 6. Placed at 7, finally stays. So they really need to fix that. Because there's no reason why it's just sitting there randomly choosing to change what setting you put it to. It's not, I wasn't even using it. It's not like it had a reason to say, oh, I can't go to that setting yet. There we go. All right, finally got that piece. And yeah, it's continuing to push a little bit on that one. Not great. It's trying. May have to add some kind of guide piece back here to keep it from going all askew. I'm just gonna let this go. Because there it goes, finally, yes. Oh yeah, and I don't have a collection thing that's working, so that's a problem. Let's for now, let's go move this right here. Oh, and it's picking it up from there. Well, that's even better. I mean, it means it works great for here. I'm still gonna have to move it forward at some point. Ultimately, the goal will be that this is a trailer setup, something I just hook in through a set of blocks that will drag behind the other one. So I'll have some kind of hitch mechanism, something like that, that I basically just have like a block on the end. I go and say, you know, weld that to the back of it. It drags it around as part of it, but it's got a swivel aspect to it. So I'm not like sitting there, you know, it's acting more like an actual trailer because it'll have a little swivel to it. So I've got the wheels on it, and basically what I was talking about is I'll put that there like that, and then have maybe coming off of here like this, and the block there, and basically all I do is then be like, okay, weld to the back of this. You see how it's lining up, and basically at that point it's part of the same vehicle. I tow it along. Yeah, it's not gonna let me have the saved controls by tying everything to the driver's seat, but it would be able to then tow along, and all I'd have to do is go pop that one off. It would disconnect. I could place it again after I drive the front piece away. So it's basically just a trailer for simply mulching trees. Still not working. Okay. Do this, because it was going to fit a moment ago. Yeah, so that was just in the way for some reasons. Even with it moved, it was still in the way. But there we go. We've got that. So I just break one of the blocks. Done. That's like there's something really close in the way. All right. Here we go. Not as fast anymore. But, oh, yeah, okay. I need to add some turn to the wheels. I need to add a little bit of that. But otherwise, that's the basic idea. Is just, you know, I can do like this. And, oh, man, I am not good at backing up with trailers. Let me go ahead and tell you that. All right, so that's it for this episode of Scrap Mechanic. New vehicle underway. I mean, the production stuff's going to work great, I think, like this. It's a different approach. It's going to give me some more versatility and hopefully ramp up my wood production at the least, if not my mining production as well. But yeah, that's it. So if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about the change to the design. If you have any suggestions for the design, be glad to look at them. And of course, hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I'll see you in the next video.